Caller, do you want to tell us your name and pose a question for one of the guests here?
Oh, certainly. I have a question for, yes, I'm Mo, and my question is for both the candidates. I know the judicial candidate can't really give, his stance, but he can give his personal opinion. But what are both their opinions about these trans, these trans policies that the president's trying to push?
What would be an example?
Oh, like, getting, the trans people out of the military, revoking trans people's passports, not issuing them birth certificates, not letting them change their names and whatnot.
You familiar with that, Mark?
Well, a little bit. The most important role of a judge is to be impartial. But more importantly, everyone's rights matter. And judges should not decide a case based on that this person may not, especially if they're a transgendered person, that they're not the politically correct person for that particular party. So in other words, if you're a judge, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, you should treat everybody with respect, and everybody's rights matter. And unfortunately, sometimes one particular party does not want to respect everybody's rights. They have a belief that not everybody's rights matter, and in particular, they're against transgenders changing their name, getting passports, and that sort of thing. I've seen that I'm in the civil side that you have to go to a particular judge if you want your name changed. I heard about that. Okay, my candidacy has nothing to do with that, but I have heard about that. Yes.
Luke, you have an opinion on that?
Mine does. Most of what you were describing, vis-a-vis the military and the passports, which is the State Department, would be something to do with the federal office. You said your name was Mo, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Mo, I think we've met before.
Oh yeah, I know y'all both.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mo, I think that the government's job when it comes to, or role when it comes to document control, like passports, is to facilitate, rather than control, the free movement of people around the world. There are some treaties, I believe they were signed right after World War I, that set up the passport control system. And I understand that there's probably some language in those treaties that requires a gender to be on there, but I don't think that the government should try to impose any sort of anything on someone wishing to have one of those documents. So I think they should be issued one way or the other. However, the person that they're for, the person that they're designed to help move around wants. The military the question that you ask, I think, is something that's a bit more challenging. I know that we're now in a situation where women are allowed in all combat positions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think it would matter then if you're male or female or somewhere in between. The details of which, though, I would imagine would be somewhat challenging for the Pentagon to figure out, but they could do it if they were told to do so by elected representatives.
So, okay.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.